All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It's afternoon here in Nigeria, from where I'm streaming from. You guys already know what we do here. This is the live Monday market review, and it's an avenue where we get to come together and take a thorough look at the markets in the aim that we're able to come up with a strategy or with a strategic approach to the market for the duration of the trading week. All right. So what we do here is to look at the price action on different commodities and then use that to stipulate what we're going to be doing during the course of the trading week. All right, in order to maximize our opportunities for profit. All right. With that said, you guys already know how we do it. The name is Adetola Freeman, and we're going to go right into the market review this afternoon. All right. So if you're with me, I would like you to just drop a comment on the chat box. Let me know how many of us are currently available and are ready for today's live stream. So if you're with me, just drop an emoji, drop a comment, type anything in the chat box. All right. So that I can be aware that we are together. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mr. Sadiq, you know how it is. Suya. All right, fantastic. So we're going to be starting as usual with we're starting with the majors. All right, the US majors or the major currency pairs are the pairs that we usually get to start with. All right, and today is going to be no different. All right. And remember, if you do not have an FBS account yet, all right, you're probably trading from another broker. This is your weekly reminder to click on the link in the chat box, all right, and get started trading with us. It doesn't get better than FBS, all right? It doesn't get better than FBS. So let's go right into the major. So this is Euro USD, all right? We're starting with Euro USD this week. Let's see. You know how we usually do it. We start with the line chart. We figure out where our pivots are. All right, those are the pivots on the daily time frame. We go to the candlestick chart, come to the 4 hours time frame. Yes, we're looking for the supply zone that tallies with that. Okay, so there's a supply zone right, on top of that region. But I also anticipate that price might want to take out liquidity and play tricks on, intending sellers, all right, or those who do not know uh, anything about liquidity grab and how the smart money moves money around, moves liquidity around. All right, so let me zoom out. Let me zoom out and then do this. Trying to get it straight. Good. All right, so this is the second order block. The first one is somewhere around the pivot zones here. So just an additional confirmation, we can use the Fibonacci retracement from the very top. All right. This is the 76.4 price price has passed it a little bit. All right. So I think we can aim for this, which is the level 88.2. All right. So that would be the first point of interest for an entry. All right. For a bearish entry on Euro USD. All right. That's one. And then the second area of interest or the second point of interest would be here. All right, this second supply zone that we saw up here. All right, so these are my sentiments. All right, Euro USD is going to be bullish in the meantime. All right, then afterwards, we're going to see price come into these supply zones, either of the two. All right, and then react. Now, let me teach you guys a very simple but extremely effective system, all right, for getting entry confirmation. Are you with me? If you're with me, I need you to just drop an emoji because what I'm about to teach you right now, what I'm about to share with you right now is something that is very, very crucial. So if you're with me, just drop an emoji. You don't have to type so much. Just drop an emoji, and then I'm going to share that very crucial information with you guys. Okay, beautiful. So I want you to imagine this. All right. So say, for example, you're at the bus stop. You're waiting for a bus to arrive. All right. Or you're waiting for a bus that you can join. All right. To go to your destination. Now, that particular bus that you're waiting for is definitely not the only bus that is going to pass, that bus stop at that point in time. Are you with me? Albeit, the way there are signs that you check for to be able to confirm whether this bus that is coming right now is the same one that you have been waiting for all along. Okay? So how do I find out if this is the bus? So one of the things you want to check is the bus slowing down? All right, you want to check what's the speed of the bus like. Is it slowing down? All right. From there, you also want to check, what's the attitude of the people in the bus. Are they coming, those who are in the bus right now, are some of them getting closer to the door, all right, so that once the bus stops, they can drop off at that particular stop, all right? So when you check these things, what you're simply doing is that you're looking for a confirmation of entry, all right? You're looking for something that confirms to you that this is the bus to enter. Do you get it now? Or that this bus is here for you, all right? So if that is true, the same thing happens in the market, all right? When we want to see entry confirmation of, yes, this movement is meant for me, it's a movement that I should trade, all right? There are a couple of things that you will most definitely observe. Now, the first thing is what we refer to as a change of character, all right? You'll see smart money traders write CHOC, so many times on their charts, all right? What that simply means is change of character, all right? So let me show you what that looks like. So say, for example, we have a bullish trend, all right? Price has created a higher high, all right? And then we have another higher high, all right? We have another higher low, all right? You can see that. So now that we have this, and what I'm waiting for is a change of character. I need the character to change from bullish to bearish, all right? What do I do? So what I'm going to do is I want to first of all see, remember this low, all right? This is the most recent low. And it is not just a low, it is a low that gave price enough momentum to break structure, all right? The low here, all right, the price action at this low here, all right, the price action at this low here was strong enough to bring prices above the previous high. All right, from this low here, we see that price just moved and crossed above the previous high. So what does that tell us? It tells us that there is a strong area of demand at this low. All right. Oh, it's not visible. Sorry, guys. Sorry, hold on. Let me see what we can do. Let me see what we can do. Okay. Can you guys see it now? Is it visible now, please, Mr. Ajala? All right, beautiful. So you can see we have an initial break above the previous high, right? We had another break again above the previous high, telling us that we now have two strong areas of demand. All right, so say for example, maybe this is your supply zone. All right, how then do I know that price is ready for me? All right, how then do I know that I can now sell from that supply zone? All right, the simple thing you need to do is plot a trend line from these two supply zones, from these two lows rather. All right, these two lows that I told you that we have heavy demand there. All right, and the reason why we said there's a strong demand there is because the price action from those lows broke price above the previous high. Are you with me? So following that, we can see that price broke above the previous high, came into the supply zone, but that is not our confirmation yet. Why? Because we want to be sure that whatever is going to happen from here, the price action from this supply zone, we want to be sure that it is a strong movement. So how do we confirm that? We confirm that when that downward movement, all right, when it is strong enough to take out this demand, all right, so it has broken below this previous low, all right, price has broken below this previous low and has also broken the trend line. Are you with me? So what usually happens next is that the trend line will get retested, all right, and then you can sell. Pedro, hola, my friend. How are you? So guys, do you get this now? So this pattern, all right, is what we call a change of character, where previously we were seeing higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then suddenly we see higher high followed by a lower low. All right, so that is a bullish change of character, which tells you that the character is now changing from bullish, all right, to bearish. Are you following me now? Then if it was a downtrend, it means that we're seeing lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then suddenly we see a lower high, a lower low, followed by a higher high. All right, so when you see a lower low followed by a higher high, that tells you that a shift has occurred in the market structure with the likelihood of a confirmed change of character. All right, so if I spot such patterns close to my demand or supply zone, what that simply tells me is that this is a good enough opportunity for me to trade. Do you guys get it? Please let me know if you guys got it. Does it make sense? So this movement, all right, is what I want to see when price gets to my supply zone. So let's go back to the actual chart. All right, let's, beautiful. If you can add that into your trading, all right, I can guarantee that you would find yourself performing at least 30% better than you usually do. Again, a curve where Samuel, you're already in a sell. Well, that was not based on my instruction, so I will not be responsible for the outcome of that decision. All right. Camila is asking, what strategy do I usually use? To be honest, the trading strategy that I use personally is a strategy that I created. All right, and I have a strategy for scalping the markets and a strategy for actually, trading swing trades or pure intraday trading. So those two strategies that I created are strategies that I will not share on this live stream, simply because I created them for my personal use, right? Albeit in the past 12 years of my experience in the financial market, there are certain things that I have learned that I believe that, they are also reliable trading strategies. And one of them is the one I use for trading here, which is the pivots, the supply zone, or the pivots, the demand zone, and then the change of character. All right, so you can also adopt that. Search for your daily time frame pivots. Then from your daily time frame pivots, you begin to look for reversals. All right, or you can also just trade pure SMC. All right, is that okay, please? Timothy or Pedro, don't worry. We're going to look at gold. Definitely, we always do that. All right, so this is Euro USD. So we're waiting for price to rise into that supply zone that is overlapped by the pivots. All right. So that's what we're waiting for, and then we can move. All right, so next we're going to look at GBP USD. And as usual, we start from the daily time frame. Now, from pure smart money concepts, I can already see that this looks like a supply zone on the daily time frame. But does that confirm that I should enter the trade for a sell yet? No. Let's change over to the, yes, we'll change to line chart. We have a pivot right here. We change back to our candlesticks. Come to the 4 hours time frame. Let me see the 1 hour first. Okay. Nothing spectacular on the 1 hour. So 4 hours it will be. Abraham Nelson, this that I am doing is already a strategy that I'm sharing with you. Yes, so this is the supply zone. All right, which means that for GBP USD, we might get to see price, um, rise into this region. All right, and I think that this should be confirmed by the Fibonacci 88%. Yeah, so the 76% price would likely climb up to the 88% region and then drop. All right, so that is my sentiment on GBP USD. Orubo Samuel, usually when you want to make a request, all right, it's important for me, all right, that you say please, because what you're doing is a request, all right. So if you want to ask about GBP AUD, I think it's better you politely make that request, all right. Um, what time frame for Euro USD? Any time frame. Basically, what we're observing is the 4 hours and 1 hour time frame. All right, daily 4 hours, 1 hour time frame. Those are the time frames I use the most. All right, when I'm trying to catch longer movement. Yeah, so this is gold. Now, if you look all the way back to the past, you'll discover that gold is currently at an all-time high. All right, and what that tells me is that rather than looking for opportunities to sell, I should be looking for opportunities to buy. So let's see, where is the nearest pivot zone? Well, that's interesting. Okay. So which means that we're targeting a buy on gold, all right, from this demand zone. All right, we're targeting a buy on gold from that demand zone. I think that tallies with the break of this trend line. All right, next, who is sending the signals on the Telegram channel? I have colleagues who handle the Telegram channel. I am not the one. All right, but I have my colleagues do. All right, may I know why you are asking? Okay, let's see. All right, lovely. So we have a confluence of trend lines. All right, we have a confluence of trend lines, and then on the basis of Mr. Sunday, yes, we're definitely going to do more of that. So I'm seeing price coming to the 88% of the Fibonacci. All right, yeah. All right, which would be after price has taken out liquidity from this low. All right, after taking liquidity from that low, so that's my sentiment on gold. We're bullish, but in the meantime, price might want to drop down here first. All right, in order to activate the bullish movement. Does that make sense? Gold, are we clear on that? Does it make sense? Let me know, guys. Let me know, guys. Does this make sense? All right, all right. I think you guys agree with me. So, all right. Next, let me say that it's definitely not ethical for FBS as a company to release trading signals on the Telegram channel and then put or attach the name of the analyst responsible. All right, I don't think that that would be nice, because if the trades don't go the way you guys expected it to go, there's definitely going to be backlash against that particular analyst. All right, and you need to understand that analyzing the markets for people is not an easy job. All right, it's not an easy job, and trust me, the trades that you're given on the Telegram channel, whoever sends those trades also most likely took those trades on their own account. All right, so don't assume that someone is deliberately trying to mislead you by sending false signals on the Telegram group. That's not the case. All right. It's just that nobody has a monopoly of that over the markets. Nobody is in control of what happens in the market. All right. So please, if there are bad signals on the Telegram channel, understand that it is sent by humans, not robots. All right. And let's just be calm. And that's why we advise that there should be, to a large extent, good risk management on your taking of those signals. All right, so that it encourages you to do better. All right, so that there's room for you to do better. So I think that's basically it. All right, so that's gold. I want to believe that you guys got the breakdown on gold. So let's move on to AUD USD. Thank you so much, Patricia. All right, AUD USD line chart. Let's do this. Here, MEFX. That question you just asked is mind blowing. I don't even know what to respond with, because I just completed a breakdown of the price action, explained what I expect to see, and for you to still ask that question means that you most definitely did not pay attention. All right, so AUD USD, I think we have this. Yes, I think that works. Yep, I think that would be it. All right, that's the area of focus. Does indicators type my strategies? No. I have strategies that I've learned in the past that work with indicators. I have strategies that I've created um, for trading robots. All right, I have strategies that I've created for trading robots that involve, you know, indicators. All right, but it's just what it is. The GT, would I please explain why gold may not respect the 2475 resistance? At what point did I say gold would not respect the 2475 resistance? That's not even supposed to be a resistance. You're talking about the support at 2475, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. That's supposed to be a support. But I believe that gold may not respect it because there's a fair value gap here that needs to be filled. So the need for price to fill this fair value gap means that it's going to keep, that fair value gap is going to keep calling price, which will bring price lower than the 2475 region. All right, so for AUD USD, I think price is going to rise into this supply zone together with the 88.2% Fibonacci retracement level. All right, and then drop. All right, you're seeing the trend line, you're seeing the supply zone, you're seeing the pivot zone, you're seeing the the Fibonacci retracement. So I think that we have sufficient confluences aligning and attesting to the fact that this should be bearish. All right, so AUD USD comes into that zone, and then we can expect a drop. Are we clear? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, that was a nice pivot region. And we saw price react from that area quite nicely. And if you've been following my my articles on the FBS website, all right, you realize that I've been talking about the fact that USD JPY is most likely coming all the way back down here, all right, in order to pick back its pace. So it's either it comes to this demand zone down here, all right, after taking out liquidity from here, or it uses this ultimately. So if we plot a Fibonacci retracement on that, yes, you see we have 76.4, we have 61.8, we have 88.2. So either we see something from here, right, or here, or here. Vinci Media, I think, I would say that you know what you saw, all right, you understand the factors behind that decision. Okay, so I want to say that whatever factors were responsible for that, do not allow me be the wet blanket in your trading in your trading sentiment. So please follow your trading sentiment. Uh, Really, if you want to succeed as a trader, you really shouldn't weigh anybody's opinion above yours. All right, provided you know exactly what you're doing. All right, provided you know exactly what you're doing. So don't weigh anybody's opinion higher than yours. Analyze your stuff, do stuff for yourself. Do you get it now? All right, Desmond Mankura, I've mentioned on these sessions before that there's a regulation against us doing analysis on cryptocurrencies. All right, so I am not going to be touching any cryptocurrencies whatsoever on this live stream. And guys, don't forget, there's a link in the chat box right now. If you do not have an FBS account, but you would like to enjoy the lower spreads, you would like to enjoy the faster execution, you like to enjoy trading analysis on the Telegram channel, please click the link in that chat box. All right, click the link right now and create your FBS account. Okay, Oyedikachi Nathaniel, if you're going to use this pivot zone system, all right, if you're really going to use this system, then trust me, you're going to have to go from 1 hour, 4 hours before coming down to M5, M15. All right, because you need a higher time frame sentiment that can then be confirmed on the lower time frame. I hope that helps. Yeah, so this is USD JPY. I'm expecting price to come a bit lower, possibly take out this area of liquidity. All right, then the 76 or 88% of the Fibonacci would be my entry region. I think someone has been screaming GBP AUD for a while now. So let's see what GBP AUD looks like. All right, that's a lot. Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man will leave some strawberry lane? Miracle Lines Media, this is not the platform where I tell you whether to buy or sell. This is a platform where we do the analysis together. I tell you what I'm seeing. If you agree with it and you understand it, you take that decision by yourself. All right. So this is not that stream where I tell you, okay, go open a buy, go open a sell. All right. Trust me, this is not it. This is not it. And trust me, you don't want to participate in such, because most of those who do that are simply looking for avenues to get you. Okay, I think I've said enough. Yeah, GBP AUD 4 hours time frame. Let's say the 1 hour time frame. That's what I'm seeing here. Looks almost too good to be true. Yep. Mhm. Let's see daily time frame. Hmm. Okay, GBP AUD is looking a bit interesting. but I think that this is what I'm going to want to do. Yep, I think that would be a more reasonable entry. All right, allow price takeout liquidity and then tag me in. I think that would be a lot more reasonable. Okay, so now that we have that on GBP AUD, let me see. Hold on, I want to go through your comments. Abraham Nelson, you can easily just search on YouTube how to place sell stop. Especially if it's on mobile. I'm certain that there are YouTube shorts that you could learn from on how to place that. In fact, there could be a few on our channel as well, on this particular YouTube channel as well. Okay, Orubo Samuel asked about GBP AUD. I think we've done that already. Yeah, Nguyen asked about it too. All right, I'm seeing GBP CAD. GBP CAD. Okay. Line charts. Let's see our pivots. Um, Onyedikachi Nathaniel on which pair? Okay. Let's see. Hold on, please. I'm trying to read through your comments and pick the ones that I need to respond to. All right, GBP card is looking like it's at a resistance zone already. However, I don't see liquidity taken yet. So for GBP card, I might want to stay with this. All right, I want to stay with this as my supply zone. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll stay with this as my supply zone. All right, so that once I see price coming to this, then I can sell. There is no peer that doesn't get affected by the news. It just depends on the news that there are just different news events that influence different news, different pairs and commodities. All right. So it's not news that moves the market on commodities majorly. It is liquidity. All right. People's effort. All right. Corporations, the big banks, their efforts in the market is what moves the market. All right. The only thing that happens when news comes out is that there is increased volatility because there are more active liquidity traders. All right. There are more active institutional traders during the news event. All right. And that's what usually causes, the large movements that you see. But I've seen markets move 100, 200 pips on random days where there was no news event at all on USD pairs. All right. I've seen price move 400 pips on gold on a day when there was no US news. All right. So don't restrict yourself to, I will only trade USD pairs when there is news. Don't do that. You'll be hurting yourself. All right. So this is GBP CAD. I think it's going to come into that supply zone and then give a confirmation of entry and then drop. At least that's what I think. That's my opinion. You don't have to follow through with that. Mr. Yusuf Humphrey, I'm going to do your NZD JPY, but please, that will be the only one I'm going to do. Right? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It's supposed to be a pivot zone there. But price exceeded it wildly. Exceeded it wildly. Okay, let me see. What was that for? NZD JPY. What was that? Okay, it came into this fair value gap before react. Interesting. Nonetheless, we have that region. Let's go back to the line chart. Need to see where we are now. Okay, so let's go back to the candlesticks. Yeah. NZD JPY, very clear. I'm selling from here. There's an SBR pattern. I believe we're going to see price get bullish from here, come here, and then drop. Let me see. Uh, uh, Color Day, we already talked about gold. Uh, Alem trade, we already did all of those. Timothy Pedro, strong top and moving average. No, I don't use strong top and moving average. What I use basically are the pivot zones, the demand and supply zones, sometimes the fair value gaps. Then I also use liquidity, all right, areas of liquidity that have been taken out. So I really don't use moving average in my analysis. and the strong top, probably you're referring to the demand and supply zone as the strong top, strong bottom, right? But that's basically it. Onyedikachi Nathaniel, you can always come back to the channel once the stream ends. Come to the channel, look for it in the live session. You'll definitely see the recording and you can go through it. All right, so this is NZD JPY. All right, I believe that it's clear. We're looking for a sell. Right, we're going to take a look at GJ. And after DJ, I'm going to take a look at just one more pair, just one last one. All right, just one last one. Okay. All right, that already began its descent. Yeah, GG already started falling. However, I don't think it's got into the premium entry for the sell should be somewhere here. All right, so that this gets taken out as an area of liquidity. All right. I think that's what I'm seeing. Yep, I think that's what I can see for now. Our price takes out that eye. You can see the fair value gap comes into the supply zone, and then I think we are good. That's it. That's it. Pivot, 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 pivot. Where are you? Pivot, pivot, pivot. I've been looking for you. Well, for those, I've always said it. If you have any questions, you have a need to reach out to me. Just Google the name. You should be able to find my Instagram handle. Okay, USD card H1. Then we have a demand zone here. Yeah, there's a demand zone here. Got a sweep of liquidity here. Right, that's what I think at least. We get to see liquidity swept. Price comes into the demand zone, and then from there we move. Right, so USD card H1. That's my expectation. Are we good? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, beautiful. Okay, okay, okay. So I think that brings us to the end of today's market review session stream. All right. You guys already know that the name is Adetola Freeman, and I am honored. All right. I'm really honored to have had you guys spend the last 54 minutes with me. All right. Don't forget, next week, Monday, is another date. All right. We're going to be doing this again together. All right. I don't know if there will be a stream for PPI, but if there would be, you guys would definitely get notified. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week, Monday, God willing and God sparing our lives. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. And this is me signing out. God bless you. Have a profitable week. Bye bye.